That came later.
Exactly.
All right. But anyway, okay. So the Ohio Players fired. Let's funk this place up. Enough of this Barry Manilow shit. Okay. And then, okay, another artist in this, she was starting to rise. She'd had some, well, actually, she did have a hit in the 1970s. So I shouldn't say beginning, but this was her big, huge breakout hit. And Linda Ronstadt, You're No Good, #1.
Yeah.
And you know what? I dug it then. And I'd never heard the original. And, you know, I still kind of dig it.
No, I totally still dig it now.
Yeah.
And actually, if you listen to that album, Hard Like a Wheel, again, it's easy to dismiss her. It's also easy now that she's lost her voice to sanctify her. But she was, for a pop interpreter at the time, really wide-ranging. You know, there's Hank Williams stuff on there, and she was good at picking songwriters, right? She loved Warren Zevon.
The Eagles were her original one of her early backup bands.
Yeah. And look what happened to them. You know?
Well, that was a very big career decision for them to continue to back Linda Ronstadt or to go out on their own.
Well, and maybe that's a good dividing question. Like, you know, instead of are you an Elvis guy or are you a Beatles guy? Would you rather listen to the Eagles or would you rather listen to 70s Linda Ronstadt? And I'm with Linda, 100.5%.
If I could stay with just early Eagles, I differ from you.
Okay.
But yeah, but what a big, you know, you talk about big, full-hearted, full-throated voice,
right?
Throbbing voice that she had.
And that killer-ass guitar solo. Come on, it's perfect.
You're talking about the middle bridge guitar.
The perfect studio
it is
rock
great.
Jam.
Yes.
And it has a mysterious air to it. Another friend of mine didn't realize for like a year until I told him that Van Halen actually covered it on their second album. And give them credit for this, it was at least a totally new arrangement. You know, Linda takes the cake on that one.
I agree on that one. Absolutely. So a good one. And then we mentioned funk. Good Lord, just Fred G. Sanford, just strap me to the chair right now, okay? Just, you know how I can get. Good God Almighty. Again, this is 1 week, for the 13 weeks in a row, 1 week at #1. The next #1 song was the Average White Band's Pick Up the Pieces.
One of my friend Margie's favorite stories about this was a bar she used to go to in Jackson, Mississippi in the middle 70s. She's about 5 years older than I was, so we wouldn't have had these kind of experiences, but she said it was the kind of place where on nickel night, that's a 70s thing, people would go in and just drink themselves stupid and throw up on the floor. They would take pictures of themselves, and then they'd bring the pictures back and staple them to the walls of them being drunk and disorderly in this place.
So it was sort of an early YouTube, Facebook.
Well, that was her theme song from that place. That said she never remembered being in that place when Pick Up the Pieces wasn't playing. Now, Average White Band totally kicks ass. I've listened all the way through their first 6 albums.
Listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
They fade a little bit toward the end, but who didn't?
But
in
the highs
70s?
were so damn high.
They were hardcore, so hardcore actually with the R&B that James Brown released an anonymous record under the name the Above Average Black Band.
You're the
Yeah, the Above Average Black Band. Because he knew those white boys were funky from Scotland.
Even James Brown knew it.
From frickin' Scotland,
Scotland. I mean, that boggles my freaking mind.
And the song wasn't a hit at first, but how it became a hit was DJs need instrumentals, right? You're at the top of the hour. We both DJ'd at some point in our lives, and you would need something to take you up with the 2 minutes that you had before the news came on at the top of the hour and you had to do the weather.
Right.
And so they would play the song, and people started calling them and saying, "What's that song?
Yeah.
Man, that is incredible. What is the name of that?" And so they actually started playing the song, and there it was. It became a #1 hit.
There are very few, probably less than 5. I would get here I am with the high fidelity top 5 shit. But anyway, there are very few artists where you can almost say they were too damn funky, and that's what the average white band hits that a few times.
Well,
I mean, James Brown.
Well, right.
And I mean, where it just puts me on the floor. I go, and you've seen me. I go into convulsions because it's just so damn funky. You put on Schoolboy Crush now, and I will be rolling around the floor, rolling with that bass.
Although I will say,
it's just, oh my God, it is primal.
Everything has its limitations. Side 1 of the album Cut the Cake is totally gold. Side 2, I've played it 2 or 3 times and I still can't remember a song from it.
Let's see. So, okay. The next #1 song was, I'm thinking here. Yes, I believe this was this group's first #1 chart topper.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Eagles.
Right.
Ronstadt's former backup man. Well, at least a lot of the members.
And here,
Best of My Love is the name of the song.
I'm actually going to say some nice things about the Eagles in this segment.
Go ahead.
But
Best of My Love. Well, again, I favor the country rock, Bernie leading on the banjo, sort of version of the Eagles stuff. If you took all of their big hit songs, I would favor most of the early ones. There's a couple of exceptions in their mid and late periods, and Best of My Love is one of them, and oddly enough, a song I think that was on either Hotel California or The Long Run. I've had 3 or 4 beers already.
Hotel California.
The New Kid in Town.
Yeah.
Which harkened back to their old country rock lazy days when they weren't 3 guitar attack, Joe Walsh heaviosity, arena rock, crank it out. Cocaine and Hotel California Eagles.
Right.
So I like the more laid back, I guess, Eagles stuff, and it had a better groove to it. Best of My Love is it's a nice enough love song. I mean, I'm not gonna rave all about it. It was just pleasant enough, I guess.
I liked it at the time. I did. I really liked it at the time. I find it, as they say, soporific right now. It's a wonderful song to go to sleep to with the radio on or something. I'll give them their props. My friend Margie has convinced me that Don Henley is not evil. But no one that I know has anything good to say about Glenn Frey. And this is clearly a Don Henley production.
He had to be the heavy. If you watch the Eagles doc.
Yeah.
So I know you haven't seen it.
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to. I'm not making you. But I'm saying I put myself through it out of curiosity. And, I mean, it's like he had to be the heavy in the band, and he had to do some stuff, especially regarding Don Felder. I think Glenn Frey gets a little bit of a bum rap. But I understand the animus.
Well, but see,
to Glenn,
I liked Lion Eyes back then. I bought the album. I bought One of These Nights, and now I just all those unfaithful women. The world would be such a better place if it wasn't for all those unfaithful women. I'm so sick of that. It's just so much sexism, and I'm not an ism kind of guy, but. That bothers me now. It makes it much, much harder for me to listen to like 9/10 of their songs.
Hey, it's okay to have a little fun on the road. Come on, man. We're young. We're young. We're young, and we got all the drugs we could ever want.
Yes, yeah.
This was the 70s. Cocaine was a big part of the
Everything
70s too. Who made the comment that cocaine should get a credit on every album in the 70s?
I think that was me.
That was you. This album created by a Glenn Johns and cocaine.
Yeah. Honestly, Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, my #1 all-time favorite album. But pretty much every great album of the 70s had to have some serious input. Yeah.
She don't lie. She don't.
It's hard to imagine.
Okay.
Hard to imagine.
Yeah. I never did cocaine, by the way.
I did not either. And don't you kids do it either.
Don't do that stuff. It'll mess you up. Just stick to beer. Okay? It'll mess you up enough. And this is plenty right here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That was our public service announcement.
We're talking to a bad tangent.
Yes, we did.
Which brings us to...
Now on with the countdown. Oh my God. This woman has come up before. Her name is Olivia Olivia Newton-John. And her hit, the hit was Have You Never Been Mellow? Now that's it's almost a 60s concept, really.
Yeah.
Now, can I tell them what you did? When we first kind of became buds in 7th grade, he kind of knew, I don't know, early on I'd told him or I made a confession that I had a crush on Olivia Newton-John or something, or liked something about her. And we got these little magazines in 7th grade, but it was some weekly or something magazine came out, and they had an article on Olivia Newton-John. It had a picture of Olivia Newton-John, and we were changing classes, and this guy over here, we're changing classes in the hallway, and he has this big shit-eating grin on his face, and he had defaced Olivia Newton-John like somebody would deface the Mona Lisa. You know, that I was in utter shock. He'd put devil horns on her and drawn her a mustache on her, and really thought highly of his handiwork. And I was aghast.
To be fair,
I had kind of a crush on Olivia Newton-John.
To be fair, I did the same thing to the bulletins at the Baptist church that I grew up in. So
he was Satan's spawn.
You just needed to.
And later, nearly became a Dominican. So I don't know where that somewhere in between Satan's spawn and a Dominican monk is this guy. If you tried to understand him, so I don't know. Sorry about that.
No,
anyway,
have
you never been mellow? Have you never tried to find the comfort that's inside you? But you know, it had a flute intro. And Olivia was going, you know, and
flute
intros,
and it wasn't.
Well, it works for her.
Tall.
Herbie Hancock can handle a flute now, you know, but I don't know who was playing the flute on that one, but it was a nice enough. Have you never been mellow? Have you never tried? Well, try being mellow. We could use more mellow nowadays. There was a freaking theater shooting last night in freaking Lafayette, and we need more Eckhart Tolle, and we need more Have You Never Been Mellow? Damn it! So be mellow, okay?
And let's see how that works.
Okay. Well, you know, have a nice day. You know, the smile of the 70s. Okay, there you go. Well, anyway, that was the #1 song that knocked off Best of My Love that week. It was #1 for 1 week, and then the next song that was #1 is flip around is now most people would think probably a lot of these were lame. I think this song probably has a much higher cool quotient to it.
Well, it probably fits into the yacht rock thing that Jimmy Fallon does now.
Well, it's talking about Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers. First of all, the Doobie Brothers. Okay, there's cool quotient and up the wazoo right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Doobie Brothers, we know what they're talking about. And Blackwater was kind of an unusual song. I mean, they were kind of crimping off the South, not as well as John Fogerty did.
Right.
Louisiana down the Mississippi and all, but still it was a cool enough, pleasant song.
A nice imitation.
Kind of dug it, you know. Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing that dummies like me will put on a New Orleans CD compilation for you to take when you're going down to Mardi Gras.
So many songs and our enjoyment of them, you know, it hits us at an exact right time and a mood when we first hear them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you only experience something for the first time once.
Well,
so that's profound.
And we wouldn't actually experience New Orleans until the first day of rock and roll in 1979.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I was my first time to ever hear that song. When it was a hit, it wasn't later. It was while it was a hit. It was I was in a car with a couple of other guys, and we were heading towards. I don't know if it was New Orleans, but it was the coast at the time, and it was night. That was the key. It was at night.
Yeah.
And that song intro, it's a little bit spooky.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got, you know, it sneaks up on you a little bit, and it really
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah.
I heard it at the right time, and on the way, maybe I don't know if it was New Orleans, or it was down in the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And
Humid and mildly funky.
another one weaker, to another one weaker. My Eyes Adored You by Frankie Valli. Why are you laughing? I know why he's laughing, but. All right, and let me say, oh God,
We're in the nostalgia zone again.
well,
The
it's,
fake,
yes,
the fake
yes, we are.
nostalgia zone.
But this something totally unrelated to nostalgia, or at least nostalgia of a very bad kind.
Right.
Was that when I first heard this song, I thought he was singing Maza, Georgia. That's what I heard.
No,
That's what I heard.
What it is
I didn't know.
that we all misheard.
It's like, but it's before I started listening to REM lyrics.
Yeah, well,
Before I really got good at it.
and we all misheard. We all mishear lyrics. Of course, he's a nostalgia act already,
Yeah.
which we didn't really know.
But we
At the
didn't
time.
even really we weren't hip to the Four Seasons. I mean,
Right. No, we'd heard them, but we
Yeah.
didn't connect it.
No.
Casey would have been the one to tell us about it.
yeah.
It still it's hearkening back to a romantic time before the 70s, before the let's get down, let's do it again.
Well, a very sanitized version of, didn't I mention the Average White Band Schoolboy Crush
Yeah,
a few minutes ago?
Yeah.
Very, very sanitized.
Yeah, they nastied up
Yeah.
My Eyes Adored.
I never thought of that song that way.
Yeah,
That Schoolboy Crush just nastied up My Eyes Adored You.
yeah.
Something to think about. Honestly, I've never thought about that. Maybe okay. Maybe there's a good reason for that.
That's possible. That's possible.
Yeah, and a true story, the Average White Band asked Frankie Valli to be their lead vocalist shortly after they heard My Eyes Adored You.
Yeah.
You know I'm bullshitting now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the next one is Lady Marmalade by LaBelle. Patti LaBelle was a member, but it was, I think, a trio. Wasn't a vocalist, female vocalist. And, talk about songs that you realize only years later how really dirty they were.
Extremely
Extremely.
dirty.
Oh, man. And it's like, that got played. That was not only played on the radio, but that was number one. Huh?
It was all over the place.
Yeah.
No, I had an experience in New Orleans one time where some kids, I was coming back from the Jazz Fest thing to the hotel, and some kids were just like hassling with me. I mean, really, they were 5, 6 years old. And I turned around to them as they were going away, and I went, "Voulez-vous coucher ce soir?" And they went, "Ce soir?" They knew the song.
Instant connection.
It is a total New Orleans, Alan Toussaint, Stone classic, and it's dirty as dirty got in the 70s.
It's dirtier than Honky Tonk Woman. It's dirtier than when I say dirty, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, it's just, and I'm saying it in a good way.
No. House of the Rising Sun made explicit.
It's been the ruin of many a poor boy.
Well, no, the poor boy, see, was originally a poor girl who
You
was
were
the
right.
whore in the
You were right.
brothel.
Yeah. Hello, Joe. You want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One number one for another week, and now another number one for just another week. This is about the 10th or 11th in a row now for a week. Minnie Riperton, Loving You.
5-octave range.
It started with Ocean Seagulls.
Just pure atmosphere.
After Minnie Riperton and Loving You. Okay, finally. And here we are. By the way, to give you some sense of time, this Elton John, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, the first week of the year, 1975. We're up to April 12th, where Elton John says, I'm gonna get back to number one. I'm gonna stay here for a couple of weeks and show y'all how it's done again, because this is my year.
And what's he going to do it with? Philly soul.
Philadelphia Freedom, baby. That was the song, Philadelphia Freedom. We dug without really thinking about, what's this song about? What's it about? Well, and it's a strange origin, I believe, to the song, because Elton, we could spend an hour on just an Elton John
the whole knee high to a grasshopper thing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
We could spend an hour on Elton John in the mid-70s,
Oh,
I'm sure.
grasshopper.
But anyway, Philadelphia Freedom, the title just literally itself, I believe, was taken from the name of a sports team.
No,
I believe. I think a
tennis
tennis team.
Yeah,
a tennis team.
No,
Because
you know
Elton was.
this.
Elton,
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Elton was big friends with Billie Jean
Don't
King.
be coy with the audience.
I'm not trying. Really, I'm not trying to be coy. Just making sure. But yeah, he and Billie Jean King were buds, and Elton was a fan. Tribute to Billie Jean King.
Well,
you know,
no. Let's just say it was a sly coming out.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, we could spend an hour on Elton John.
Like about a year later, someone saved my life.
Not even a year later. This was later this same year.
It was later the same year. That's right. The first
the
album
fall
to
of this
debut
year.
at #1 on the Billboard charts.
Fantastic.
Captain Fantastic. What's interesting is that the rumors about whether or not Elton was gay did not kill his career. He managed to do that without alienating his core audience who just wanted some good pop and rock songs to jam out to in the stadium.
Pop conquers all.
Pop conquers all. It really does. It really does. Music transcends all. So this concludes the foray.
Well, I guess here's the thing. Oh, there's my Kraus and sum up. I use a lot. Here's the thing. But what was the point? We just sit around talking about music under any circumstances whenever this guy and I ever get together. It's
been too rare, and we don't even want to get into the reasons why it's been too rare.
It may be just sheer nostalgia. But actually, these songs, and I'll go ahead and put my heart on there out here on the line. You grow up, and for whatever reason, you grow up and mature with the time you're in, and you don't choose that. You don't choose the music that's out when you're growing up either, I suppose. But you latch on to things when you're searching in life, and we found this stuff. The music that was on the radio and the music that was around us at the time just so freaking fascinating. It was a mystery to us to solve. Like, what the heck is this?
And it only got weirder as we got older.
Yeah.
How all these things could coexist. It was something like,
Yeah. How can this be number one, and then this be number one, and then this be number one? It's like, these things don't sound like they have anything in common.
It was some kind of perverse vision of democracy.
Yeah. I mean,
real democracy, But anything could be a hit, as long as it reached you, as long as it spoke to you.
I got the Beatles shirt on, okay. This guy, everybody who knows me knows what a huge Springsteen fan I am.
Yeah.
But it's the joke. One of the joke amongst us, amongst Springsteen aficionados or whatever, from No Surrender. We learned more from a 3-minute record, baby, than we ever did in school. Yeah. And the line is, well, it must have either been a great record or a really bad school. But I mean, seriously, we learned stuff through this silly pop music.
It's not the only thing you need to learn.
No,
but it's
please, don't do cocaine, kids, and don't rely on pop music for your education.
But
okay.
But do try to restrain yourself from the troll mentality of the modern world, which says, I have to, because I love this, I have to hate everything else, or because I have to hate this, because I hate this, I have to try to convince other people to hate this. Those are it's not. I'm not going to lay a moral trip on you, dude.
We're trying hard not to.
Okay, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Say what you love. Say why you love it, and let the people decide for themselves.
Yeah. before you dismiss something, just say, what are people getting out of this?
Yeah.
Why are this is number one on the charts? Why? What are people? Why are people digging this? There's got to be something there.
Check it out.
I mean, you can still decide later. Well, yeah, it really does suck, but hey, you never know.
Make the decision yourself.
Yeah, make it yourself. Absolutely. So to close with some words from a fellow ex-resident of Meridian, Mississippi. People say that life is strange.
But compared to what? Take care.
Tough Cat Productions.